Jessica, how are you? Welcome. Your first time in Toronto. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Did you have a fun trip here or what? Did you have a chance to look around and see any of the stuff with the amazingness that is Bow?
I haven't yet. We got to walk around a bit yesterday, but everyone is so nice. That seems to be the one thing that's standing out to me.
Let's talk about how this all began. How did this first start with you? I mean, everybody takes baby pictures, but how did it become such a huge, I don't want to say viral sensation, but internet phenomenon?
Well, I don't particularly know, other than, when we brought Theo home, he was still such a baby. He was 7 weeks old, and my son was young too, and I think that they were really looking for litter, like he was looking for a litter mate, and he found that in Beau. And so when the first day we brought him home, he plopped right on top of Beau, and they just slept together, and they have ever since.
And we live in a world where there's just so much rushing and so much not the best kind of stories that everyone's attaching themselves to this just because it's so beautiful,
yeah.
So amazing and comforting.
Yes, that's exactly it. I think that's exactly why it really resonated with most people, is because it's so organic and beautiful, and that kind of thing is hard to find.
What do you think is going to happen when Beau is older and looking back at all these pictures? Do you think he's going to be, Mom, what did you do to me? Or, oh, Mom, I'm the best?
It's a really good question. My husband's been talking to me about that. I mean, just because we have 2 books coming out, and that on its own will be interesting, I think, for him to look back on, to know that they're worldwide.
When you look back at, I guess, like before the internet and stuff, it's like the internet is now there to create things like this and stuff. I mean, before we had Instagram and Twitter, you wouldn't be able to share these pictures with the world.
Right, and that's the beauty of social connections, and that's why I'm here with Cheerios, honestly, because their campaign is about inspiring connection, and that's what Theo and Beau did, and that's really what I'm trying to foster as a parent.
Yeah.
And being able to share that on social networks is really remarkable.
It's funny, like you look at Cheerios, they're always been so amazing with attaching themselves to family and memories, and their commercials and everything they do bring a tear always, because they're just so amazing. That such a perfect connection for you with Cheerios to do something like this, because it really matches well with what you're doing.
That's exactly why I couldn't have created a better campaign to partner with, because, I mean, aside from the fact that my husband and I obviously both grew up with Cheerios, I think their campaigns recently have been, they really, they're promoting the concept, this wonderful idea that everyone deserves to feel that connection, and it shouldn't be something new, but I think it's beautiful that they're promoting it, and they're encouraging people to go and tell their stories at Cheerios.
Do fans message you on social media and tell you their story too? Do they find a comfort in you to be able to talk to you about family and stuff? Do you get those kind of messages, and is that awesome?
Yes, I get emails all the time, and some of them are in different languages, and I can't read them.
Google Translate.
I have used that, yes. But yes, there's a lot of stories that come into me that mostly share how my photos have brightened their day or a loved one's day, and it's not even something that I can put into words how humbling something like that is.
When you started this, did you ever think that you were going to be this conduit of happiness for people around the world?
Of course not. Of course not. I mean, I started my blog when we moved to New York, just to document my own journey with my family to living in a different city. And when people started picking up on that, it was really surprising to me as well. So the notion that I've been able to create a space for so many people to come and look is truly mind-boggling, but it couldn't be more wonderful. I couldn't be happier about it.
And you look at, like, recently anyway, I mean, the internet is, people always question what they see on the internet, but you've worked so hard at creating this amazingness. I mean, look at just this past in 1 week, Alex from Target. You know what I mean? How does he blow up to be so huge out of nothing? But yet, you've worked so hard at doing things legit.
I think having been...
Because Alex from Target, there's no way that's real.
I keep hearing different reports that it is and that it isn't. So I don't know. I'm going to just believe that it is because I feel like it's, I hate to think that everything is corrupt. And I think that's why people came to, I got that a lot. I thought, well, you're posing them, that you must be posing them. What are you drugging them? One of them, someone mentioned that they thought they were dead. And, I mean, like they couldn't grasp that it was actually real, and unfortunately there's a lot of falsehoods in the internet, but I lost my train of thought.
What do you, let's last couple of questions for you. What do you want people to get out of the program with you and Cheerios? What do you want people to get out of that?
Well, again, I think as a parent, one of my main goals is fostering these connections and personal connections, unexpected connections, which happens to be the case with Theo and Bo. And the really beautiful thing is Cheerios has created a space online where you can go and upload your own story, and it kind of creates like a video of these Cheerios sort of creating different images from your story. And it's just a way to share how a connection that you have in your life has inspired you and continue to inspire others. And I think I think it's just so lovely that they're doing that.
I know I'm being told I have to go on there and create my story. I'm going to do that.
Do it.
It's such a cool way to create this, it is almost winter, snowball effect of stories that people can even go on and enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, I spent a solid 20 minutes listening and reading or, watching everyone's, different people's stories. It's just such a neat way to be able to connect with somebody that you would never meet in real life. And learn about their stories, and it's inspiring.
You truly are, honestly, an inspiration for so many people to just, after a busy day, look at the stuff that you're doing and just chill out, have a good moment, and smile. So thank you for coming to Canada, to Toronto, to share your story and connections with Cheerios. It's awesome, and continue everything that you're doing. We love it.
Thank you so much.